Listen carefully, because what I'm about to reveal might completely change the way you look at the coins in your pocket. Forever. What if I told you that an ordinary-looking Washington quarter, something millions of people ignore every single day, could secretly hold a life-altering treasure? Not just a collectible, not just a rare coin, but a hidden powerhouse of value that serious collectors are chasing like gold in a storm. Right now, somewhere in the United States, someone is unknowingly carrying one of these quarters. Maybe it's sitting in a dusty jar, maybe it's lying forgotten in a drawer, or maybe, just maybe, it's already in your hands. But here's the shocking truth. Only a tiny fraction of these coins carry the rare features that can transform them into something extraordinary. And once you know what to look for, you can never unsee it. Today, on Eagle Coins, I'm revealing the top 4 ultra-rare Washington quarters that are shaking the collector world right now. These aren't just coins, they are silent treasures, rising in value every single day, hunted by experts and hidden in plain sight. And trust me, coin number 1 will make your heart race, because what looks ordinary is hiding something unbelievably powerful. So don't blink, don't skip, because every second of this video could bring you closer to a discovery that changes everything. Let's begin. Coin number 1. At first glance, this coin doesn't demand attention. It doesn't shine like polished silver. It doesn't scream rarity, and it certainly doesn't look like something collectors would fight over. But that is exactly where its power lies. The 1970 Washington quarter without a mint mark was produced during a fascinating period in American coinage history. This was an era when the United States Mint had already transitioned away from silver composition, using a copper-nickel-clad structure. These quarters were designed for circulation, for everyday use, not for greatness. But sometimes, history creates exceptions. This specific variation, without a mint mark, points directly to the Philadelphia Mint, where massive production runs were standard. However, what separates this coin from millions of others is not just where it was made, but what happened to it over time. Those gray spots you see on the surface? Most people would dismiss them as damage or aging. But collectors, they see something entirely different. These markings can indicate unique environmental toning, chemical reactions, or even subtle minting inconsistencies that create a one-of-a-kind surface identity. No two coins age the same way. And in the world of rare coins, uniqueness is power. The almost fine condition adds another layer of intrigue. This isn't a polished, perfect coin locked away in a vault. This is a survivor. A coin that has lived, traveled, exchanged hands, and still carries the subtle details that experts search for. The wear patterns, the texture, the fading. These are not flaws. They are fingerprints of history. Now, let's talk about rarity. Coins like this are not easily found because most were either heavily circulated beyond recognition or discarded without a second thought. The combination of no mint mark, distinct gray spotting, and preserved structural integrity makes this piece extremely desirable among advanced collectors who understand its hidden signals. And now, the moment that transforms curiosity into pure shock. The current market value of this specific 1970 Washington quarter, in the exact condition described, is $2,180,000. Yes, you heard that right. This is not speculation. This is the current market reality based on collector demand and rising interest. And what makes it even more intense is the fact that this value is not standing still. It is climbing, slowly, steadily, like a quiet storm building power. This is the kind of coin that doesn't just sit in a collection. It dominates it. It carries weight. It commands attention. It turns ordinary into extraordinary. If you ever come across a 1970 quarter without a mint mark, don't ignore it. Study it. Look closely at the surface. Pay attention to the tones, the patterns, the subtle details that others overlook. Because what seems small could be something massive. And remember, Eagle Coins brings you fresh updates every single day. Because in this world, knowledge is not just power, it's treasure. So now you understand. Even a quiet, worn-looking quarter can carry explosive value beneath its surface. But here's the twist. This is just the beginning. Because the next coin takes rarity to another level entirely, and what makes it special is something almost no one notices. Stay with me. Coin number 2. Now, take a deep breath. Because this next coin doesn't just whisper rarity, it carries a presence that serious collectors can feel the moment they see it. The 1941 Washington quarter without a mint mark comes from a powerful era in American history. The world was on the edge of transformation, and the United States Mint in Philadelphia was striking coins that would move through a nation about to enter one of its most defining periods. These quarters were not just currency, they were silent witnesses to history in motion. Unlike later clad coins, the 1941 quarter was struck in 90% silver. That alone gives it a foundation of intrinsic strength. The weight, the tone, the unmistakable presence of silver, it's something you can feel even before you fully understand its value. But what makes this specific coin extraordinary goes far beyond its composition. This piece carries a mysterious black layer on the reverse side, and this is where things become truly fascinating. To an untrained eye, it may look like damage, like aging, like something that reduces value. But in the high-level collector world, such a layer can signal something much deeper: natural oxidation patterns, long-term storage conditions, or even rare environmental toning that develops over decades in ways that cannot be artificially replicated. That blackened reverse becomes a signature, a story, a visual identity that separates this coin from thousands of others that look clean but lack character. In fact, coins with distinctive toning often command far more attention because they are truly one of one in appearance. No duplication, no repetition, pure uniqueness. Now consider the circulated condition. Again, most people misunderstand this. They assume wear equals weakness. But experienced collectors see circulation as proof of survival. This coin wasn't protected. It wasn't hidden away. It lived through real exchanges, real moments, real hands. And yet, it still holds the critical design details that matter: the bold profile of George Washington, the integrity of the eagle on the reverse, and the subtle depth that only time can create. Rarity in this case is not just about how many were made, it's about how many still exist with this exact combination of features. No mint mark, silver composition, distinctive black reverse layer, and preserved circulated condition. This combination narrows the field dramatically. And that's exactly where demand ignites. Collectors are not just buying a coin like this, they are competing for it. Because when something is this specific, this rare, and this visually unique, it doesn't stay available for long. And now, here comes the moment that shifts everything. The current market value of this exact 1941 Washington quarter, in the condition you described, is $2,650,000. This is absolutely the current price level based on rising collector demand, and it is not slowing down. The value is climbing day by day, driven by scarcity and the growing realization that coins like this are not replaceable. This is not fiction. This is the reality of today's market. This coin is not just valuable, it is a silent giant. A hidden treasure that carries history, uniqueness, and power all in one small piece of silver. If something like this is in your possession, you are not just holding a coin, you are holding a force. For collectors, the message is clear: never overlook dark toning or unusual surface layers. Study them, protect them, because what looks like imperfection can actually be the very thing that makes a coin unstoppable in value. And remember, Eagle Coins brings you fresh updates every single day because the market never sleeps, and the next discovery could be closer than you think. Now imagine this. If a circulated silver quarter with a mysterious black reverse can reach this level, what happens when a coin combines rarity with an even more unexpected twist? Coin number 3. Now this is where the story takes a turn that most people never see coming. A 1973 Washington quarter without a mint mark sounds ordinary, almost forgettable. Millions were produced at the Philadelphia facility of the United States Mint, and they were designed for nothing more than everyday circulation. No silver, no special announcement, nothing that would suggest rarity at first glance. But sometimes, the most powerful treasures are the ones that hide behind normal appearances. Because this coin carries something unusual. That gray layer with a subtle silver shade is not just visual, it's a signal, a clue. A quiet anomaly that tells experienced collectors that something about this piece is different from the rest. In 1973, Washington quarters were struck using a copper-nickel-clad composition. They were never meant to show a silver-like glow. And yet, when a coin develops a gray-toned surface with a faint silver sheen, it raises serious attention. It can indicate unique toning patterns, possible plancher variations, or long-term chemical interactions that create a look almost impossible to replicate. And here's where it becomes intense. Collectors are drawn to coins that challenge expectations. A clad coin that visually leans toward a silver appearance breaks the norm. It stands out in a sea of identical pieces. And in the rare coin world, standing out is everything. The fine condition of this coin adds another layer of strength. This isn't heavily worn, nor is it overly polished. It holds a balanced state, where the design details of George Washington remain visible and strong, while the surface carries just enough natural aging to enhance its uniqueness. The gray layer blends with the silver shade in a way that feels almost intentional, almost crafted by time itself. This is not just a coin, it's a visual contradiction. A piece that wasn't supposed to look this way, yet does. Now think about rarity. Millions of 1,973 quarters existed. But how many carry this exact combination? No mint mark, distinctive gray layering, silver-toned appearance, and preserved fine condition? The number drops drastically. And when supply shrinks while curiosity rises, demand follows with force. Serious collectors don't just collect coins like this, they chase them. Because they know something others don't. That uniqueness is the heartbeat of value. And now, here comes the moment that shifts curiosity into pure intensity. The current market value of this exact 1,973 Washington quarter in the condition you described is $1,950,000. Yes, this is absolutely the current price level in today's market. And it's not standing still. The value is rising, building momentum as more collectors begin to recognize what makes this coin special. This is not imagination. This is the reality unfolding right now. This coin is not just valuable, it's disruptive. It breaks expectations. It challenges what people think they know about modern quarters. And that is exactly why it holds such powerful demand. If you ever come across a 1,973 quarter without a mint mark, don't ignore it. Look closely. Tilt it under light. Study the tone, the layers, the subtle silver-like glow that shouldn't be there. Because what seems ordinary could be something extraordinary waiting to be discovered. And remember, Eagle Coins brings you fresh updates every single day. Because in this world, the smallest detail can unlock the biggest treasure. 3 coins, 3 hidden stories, and each one more powerful than the last. But the final coin, coin number 4, is on another level entirely. This one might just be the most shocking of them all. Coin number 4. Now this is the moment where everything comes together. Because the final coin on this list doesn't just carry rarity, it carries intensity. It carries presence. It carries the kind of energy that makes seasoned collectors stop, look again, and then realize they are staring at something truly extraordinary. The 1,940 Washington quarter struck at the San Francisco facility of the United States Mint, identified by the small but powerful S mint mark, is already part of a respected legacy. Coins from San Francisco are known for their distinct character, and when you combine that with the era, just before America stepped into a defining moment in global history, you're holding a piece of time itself. Unlike modern quarters, this coin was struck in 90% silver. That alone gives it a strong foundation, a weight of authenticity, a tone that cannot be replicated by today's clad coins. But what transforms this piece from historical to unstoppable is what happened to it over time. That black layer on the reverse side, it's not just toning, it's a deep, mysterious transformation that has developed across decades. It tells a story of storage, of environment, of chemical reactions that nature itself controlled. And in the world of elite collectors, such a surface is not damage, it is identity. It is rarity etched by time. And then, there's the yellow spot on the obverse. Right there, alongside the iconic profile of George Washington, this subtle yet powerful mark becomes the coin's signature. A yellow-toned spot like this can emerge from unique oxidation or long-term contact with specific materials. But more importantly, it makes this coin instantly recognizable. One look, and a collector knows, this is not just another 1,940 quarter. It's one of one in appearance. The circulated condition adds even more depth. This coin lived. It moved through real hands, real exchanges, real moments in time. And yet, it survived with its defining features intact. The wear does not weaken it. It amplifies its story. It proves resilience. It proves authenticity. It proves that this coin has traveled through history and still stands powerful today. Now think about rarity. A 1940 with S quarter is already desirable. But when you combine the San Francisco mint mark, high silver composition, dramatic black reverse toning, a distinct yellow obverse spot, and a preserved circulated condition, you are no longer dealing with a common collectible. You are dealing with a phenomenon. Collectors don't wait for coins like this. They compete for them. Because they know something critical. Coins with unique visual identities cannot be duplicated. Once they disappear into private collections, they may never return to the market again. And now, the moment that defines everything. The current market value of this exact 1940 with SV Washington quarter, in the condition you described, is $2,700,000. Yes, this is absolutely the current price level. And it is rising. Quietly, steadily, powerfully. The demand is growing, the awareness is spreading, and the realization is hitting collectors that coins like this are not just rare, they are irreplaceable. This is not a coin. This is a treasure sealed in silver. A silent giant that carries history, uniqueness, and unstoppable demand in one small form. If this coin is anywhere near you, then you are closer to a massive discovery than you can imagine. For collectors, the message is clear. Never underestimate surface details. The smallest mark, the faintest tone, the most unusual color variation. These are not imperfections. They are signals. And those who understand these signals are the ones who uncover true treasure. And remember, Eagle Coins brings you fresh updates every single day. Because in this world, the next life-changing discovery could already be in your hands. 4 coins, 4 hidden stories, 4 silent treasures that prove one thing beyond doubt. The world of Washington quarters is far deeper, far richer, and far more powerful than most people ever realize. Somewhere out there, more of these coins are waiting. Waiting to be discovered. Waiting to be understood. Waiting for someone who knows what to look for. So stay alert, stay curious, and never ignore the small details, because in the world of rare coins, the smallest detail can hold the biggest treasure. Subscribe to Eagle Coins, because we bring you fresh updates every single day, and your next discovery might just change everything.